Hi, it's NuWave Oven Recipes. Today, I'm going to be trying to cook up some baby back ribs in the NuWave Primo Grill Oven. So we're going to get started with that right now. Alright, I've got myself about 9 pounds of baby back ribs here. And they're basically 3 slabs in this pack. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get this cryo bag open. And I'm going to start laying out the ribs, and I'll start cutting away any excess fat. And I'm also going to remove the membrane from the back of each. Alright, so I've removed all the excess fat I wanted to remove. I've gotten the membranes off the backs. Now I'm going to cut each of these slabs into quarters. Alright, now that I have each slab of ribs quartered, I'm going to start coating the pieces with yellow mustard. This won't impede the flavor of the cook at all. It helps to bind my seasoning. I'm going to be using some Twisted Q Crooked Pig Cane and Maple seasoning. That is pretty nice seasoning that I like. So I'm going to basically cover pieces with the mustard, light coat of mustard, then the seasoning, and then I'm going to arrange as many as I can on the bottom grill plate. After I get as many as I can on that bottom grill plate, I'm going to use the raised rack to put some more up on the raised rack. We'll see how many or how much of this these 3 slabs of ribs I can get on there. I'm thinking maybe 2 whole slabs will get on there, but who knows, maybe we'll get more. Alright, so as I suspected, got 2 slabs of ribs on the lower rack as well as the raised rack. So we got 2 slabs there. This other slab I'll just have to put away and do something with that later in another cook or something. But we're going to do these in this cook here. Alright, so going to get my dome on my NuWave Primo Grill Oven. It's looking kind of close there on the top. Not too close, but kind of close. I'm going to go for my extender ring and put my extender ring on here to give a little space from that top heat. Alright, so here's my extender ring. You got to get the roasting and air fry kit to have like the raised rack and the extender ring. These are added accessories that you can use in your cooks. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook these ribs slow and low style. I'm not going to be cooking them hot and fast. So on a grill normally I would do like maybe a 3-2-1 if you're familiar with the 3-2-1 method. 3 minutes at 225, then no, 3 hours at 225, then 2 hours wrapped at 225, and then an hour unwrapped at 225. But since this Primo, I've seen that it cooks slow and low faster than a regular grill might. I'm going to set the temperature at a slightly lower temperature setting. So turning the Primo on, I'm going down to 200 degrees even, not even 225. I'm going to try 3-2-1 with 200 degrees even and 2 racks of ribs. We're going to see what happens. And I'm going to set my cooking time to start. Since this is the 3-step, we're going to go up to 3 hours. And so here we are at 3 hours. Almost at 3 hours. Here we go. Alright, we're at 3 hours. We've got our 200 degree temperature setting, and we're going to start with that. I'm going to let those cook for 3 hours like that, and then after that I'll come back, wrap them up, and we'll do 2 hours with them wrapped up. That helps firm them, well, helps to tenderize them some, and then the last hour unwrap helps to basically firm them up after that. So we're going to see how this turns out, but we're going to let this continue. I'll bring you back in about 3 hours. Alright, we're coming into the final seconds of the first 3 hours of this cook. And so let me tell you what I'm going to be doing here. And I'm going to just basically stop things, get the lid off. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the ribs out and I'm going to wrap them in some butcher paper. You can see they've been cooking down pretty good. I'm going to try and put 2 pieces into each piece of butcher paper, and I'm going to wrap that, well, I'm going to pour about a half a cup of apple juice over each two pieces. So basically I'll be using about 2 cups of apple juice total. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to slide things over. I'm going to get this ring out, just set it over here so it's on the place to set. Now I'm going to try and get down there in the bottom and work with some of these ribs. Alright, get 2 of them out here. Just put them on the paper. Paper in there. Now I'm going to try and pour roughly a half cup of apple juice in and close it up. Well, that might not be a half cup, but a rough amount. Get some apple juice in there over them. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to try and do the same for the next set. Let's get this in here. Alright, so got them all wrapped up, got some apple juice in them. May have spilled a little apple juice along the way, but we press forward. So, got my dome back on. Turn it back on, down to 200 degrees Fahrenheit again. This is our 2-hour part of the 3-2-1. So there we go, with 200 degrees, up the time to 2 hours. And so we'll let it get up to 2. And there we are at 2 hours. And we'll just hit start. We're keeping the 50-50 top and bottom heating elements throughout the cook. And so I'll bring you back in a couple hours. Gives me plenty of time to clean up any apple juice I spilled. Alright, we're coming into the final seconds of the 2-hour portion of the cook. So far 5 hours of cook have been completed. I'm just going to stop it there. And so we've got just 1 hour to go. Always seems like something happens when I'm trying to get that dome off over there. So now I'm going to basically remove the foil from all the pieces of meat. Once I have the foil off, I cook for 1 final hour. Still going to use my 200 degree setting. Alright, getting this rack here out. Alright, and there's my ribs there. Alright, now this is after I've unwrapped everything. I'm just going to check the temperature on one rib. It's up to 147, 148. So the 200 degree cook is, now it's 163. Now piece is 164. So it's a 165. Let me try this one. He's at 155, 156. This one's reading 145. So these pieces are reading, and that's over here on this part it's 165. So it's 165 over on that end. Over in here, I think I'm going through the meat. Yeah, it's 153. So it's in the 150s in some portions. It's in the 160s in other portions. So what I'm going to do at this point for this last hour, I'm going to bump it up. And I'm going to go ahead and do 250 instead of 200 or 225. I want to get that temp risen up on that meat. So we've got 250 degrees, 50-50. And I'm going to run it for an hour, a final hour at 250 to basically just bring the temp up on the meat and firm it up some. So, alright, and we'll hit start. We'll let that run for an hour. We'll see what we'll get when it's done. Alright, we are coming into the final 10 seconds of the last hour, a total of 6 hours cooking time 5 at 200, 1 at 250, and that's it. We're going to get our dome holder off. Alright, got my instant read thermometer. Going to get right into a piece of meat. You see we're up into the 190s, right where we want to be. This one's a little over 200. This one's a little over 2. And that one's well over 2. But we got some good pickup in temperature. We got some good pullback on the bone. Look at that. Look at that pullback. Looking good. I'm going to take one from each rack and put on my cutting board. The others I'm just going to store in my food container. Look at the pullback there. Alright, so I've got that bag of the ribs that I put away earlier, that final rack. What I'm going to do with these, because I know some of you don't want to do that long 3-2-1 method, cooking for like 6 hours straight. I mean, they're going to be great, but you may not want to take that time. You may just want to knock out cooking some ribs quick. So this is going to be for you, this final rack. I'm just putting them on the grill plate, arranging them. And for this one, we're going to use a probe, do a probe cook. So I'm going to stick the jack into the probe jack here. I'm going to find a nice thick piece of rib meat and just stick. Ooh, didn't get it right like I wanted it, but I'm going to keep trying until I get penetration into a nice deep piece of meat like I want. I think that's good right there. Now I'm going to get the dome on. Things are already, pretty warm in there from cooking at 250. But we're just going to run with it. I'm going to turn it on and going to do a temperature of 350 degrees Fahrenheit on a probe cook up to 190. I'm going to 190 because I want to get them good and cooked well. And we're going to see what happens with these also. But we're going to just hit start here. Let those start cooking. While those are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and let these rest for a moment. Then I'm going to cut, plate, and taste test these. I'm going to basically, this is super tender. I didn't even need the knife to get that off, really. See if I can. I don't even need a knife. Just find a place to separate it. So let me get the camera moved and we'll taste test. Alright, so here are our ribs. This is the set from the top rack. Let me go right into the lower rack slab of ribs here. I'm just going to get a piece off the back here. I just want to rip the bone off. I just want to show you how easy it is to get this meat from the bone. You can just see how easy it just tears off there. Just bite it. Those ribs are oh so tender. I'm serious when I say those turned out better and more tender than when I've done 3-2-1 ribs on a gas grill, and that's for real. More tender because the grill oven is sealing things in. It's got those juices sealed in like an oven. I've still got some rib meat that I'm working out, but it's still got some. It's got that juices sealed in there like an oven, and it's cooking in that 3-2-1 style. It keeps things super moist and tender. This is more moist than 3-2-1 off of a grill, and that's for real. I can't say that it's more moist than Instant Pot because Instant Pot is the ultimate, but it's right up there, just under Instant Pot when it comes to moistness cooking some ribs. Now it does take 6 hours doing the 3-2-1 method. I can't say that the ones that I've got cooking now that are probably going to cook much faster, cooking hotter, are going to be that tender, but this is how you get some real tender ribs. And this 3-2-1 style is probably the most moist that I've experienced doing 3-2-1 ribs on any grill. And this is an indoor grill. Other grills I've used are outdoor grills when I've done grilling of 3-2-1 ribs. So these are the most tender on any grill, and it's an indoor grill in this grill oven. Great job. That's all I got to say for the NuWave Primo Grill Oven. So we'll let these continue to cook and see what happens. Alright, so just 10 minutes have passed. The meat temperature is already up to 127. So these are cooking real quick at that 350, cooking up fast. I'll bring you back when they're real close to done. Alright, so 19 minutes have passed in this cook. These ribs are already at 165, already at what would be considered a safe temperature to stop. 19 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Gonna let them go until they hit 190. You see it's getting ready to start moving up to 167 already. We haven't even had 20 minutes in this cook yet. So this thing is gonna knock these ribs out quick. You can do the ribs fast or slow, but these are getting real close to done. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, it's done in just 26 minutes. That was 26 minutes total cooking time. They got up to 190 according to the meat probe. Let's check out what our meat probe here says. I'm up to 185, 186. Yeah, I'm up in the upper 180s here. This one's over 200. This one is over 190. This one's in 199. Let's try another piece. Yeah, this part there is over 190. So the meat probe is spot on and things are fully cooked. Alright, so I mean, talk about speed, 26 minutes. I'm gonna just get this rack here off. You can see they're pulling back from the bone over there a bit. I'm just gonna take all these off. Just gonna let those hang out and maybe reabsorb a little juice because they cooked up pretty hot and fast. I'll give them about 10 minutes to rest and then I'll bring you back. We'll cut, plate, taste test. Alright, so gave them about 10 minutes to reabsorb some juices here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut into this slab here. Let's see. Make sure I cut on the... Alright, that's not too hard to cut through. Let me get the camera adjusted and we'll try a taste test. Alright, so here's our rib from the hot and fast cook. Let's do a taste of this. I just got some meat off the end. It's a little hard ripping. Can't just rip this open easy because it's cooked faster. I'm going to bite another piece off the other end where there's more meat. Do another bite. Alright, now although you do need a knife to separate those ribs that cook fast, the bite into them is not bad. It's not a bad bite for some hot and fast ribs. I mean, it's not like that 3-2-1 super tender, but still it's a decent edible bite. I think they turned out pretty good. You could cook those up and serve them up and people would feel they were some decent ribs. So the NuWave Primo Combo Grill Oven can do your 3-2-1 slow and low. It can do hot and fast in under 30 minutes. I mean, what can you say? Doing great. Primo is stellar. So you can find this, other recipes at superwaveovenrecipes.com. That's superwaveovenrecipes.com. You can always come to this YouTube channel through waveovenrecipes.com, Twitter and Instagram, Wave Oven Recipes, the podcast anchor.fm/waveovenrecipes. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and good eating.